Hey everybody, Dave Green, Brown Sky, AFC Northerners. This is my post-draft recap video, and I just want to get started right now by thanking Jan David Sutar, Chris Atkins, and Gabriel Chen for doing in-draft videos. It was very, very cool, and we got to see the motion that they had based upon the picks that they were talking about during that. I do have a question for those guys. Will we be getting a complete recap video from you guys here within the next day or two? Just asking. Let's get going with it. In my video before the draft, I said Darnold or Mayfield at 1 would be awesome. We ended up with Baker Mayfield. That fucking rocks. I'm really, really pumped about it. I think the guy's just a plain out flat winner, and his red zone accuracy is unbelievable. I think it's going to be a lot nicer to watch Tyrod Taylor and then eventually Baker come in at quarterback. We're not going to see so many turnovers, and that's going to be amazing. I called in the video. I believe I had said that we may trade back up in the first round to get somebody, get a third extra pick there. That didn't happen. I also called in the video, I called the Cincinnati pick. I said Billy Price to Cincinnati, and Mark Herman disagreed with it, but in the end, it was Billy Price. He ended up in Cincinnati with the number 1 overall pick, or with their number 1 overall pick. Man, we hit a lot of positions of need in this draft. You know, quarterback, we went corner with Denzel Ward. Great pick, maybe a bit of a reach, but in the end, they weren't able to trade down to like 7 or 8 to that spot where he would have still been available, and we would have gotten good value for that pick. So they just went ahead with the guy that they wanted anyways at 4. Not a big deal. He's probably the consensus number 1 shutdown cover corner. Not concerned with the height issue that he has either. Antonio Callaway in the 4th round. People are a little confused by it. I know my brother was a little upset with the pick. There's guys there that we could have taken, but if this guy didn't have the off-field issues that he had, he probably would have been either the first or the second wide receiver off the board in the draft this year. Off the field issues he does have. We have a great. The Browns were just really good. We've got a nucleus in the building there where we're able to deal with some of these guys with their issues and get them straightened out and get them focused on playing football. I think the same thing that has happened with Josh Gordon and the fact that hasn't failed a drug test and he seems to be wanting it legitimately. I fully expect to see the same thing from Antonio Callaway. So much so, I bet you this guy actually ends up returning punts, and I wouldn't be surprised if he lines up back there with Matthew Days to return kickoffs. Let's see. 5'4" to the 5'7". It's going to be a 3-day rookie minicamp for the drafted guys, signed rookies, and tryout rookies that we're going to bring in. The draft itself, though, with every team in this division, we all went quarterback in this draft, which is kind of amazing considering. Every team addressed running back minus Baltimore. Instead of going running back with one of the picks, they ended up going with 2 wide receivers. The pick I thought that they really nailed was the Bozeman pick later in the draft. I want to say it was the last round there for them. I think he's going to be a really, really good addition to that offensive line. And whether it's going to be Flacco back there behind center or Lamar Jackson behind center, I think he's going to be the guy that really helps solidify that offensive line for them. Don't understand why you guys didn't go running back. I thought that was a need in addition to the wide receiver. But hey, whatever. Pittsburgh, they went Samuels in the 4th round running back from North Carolina State. Great pick. And the Washington pick in the 2nd round. Another great pick. And Cincinnati, they did Cincinnati. Mark Walton in the 4th at running back. And then in the 7th round, they came back with Auden Tate. Auden Tate, I really like. I think him with A.J. Green, if you can get John Ross to develop, you guys got a really good core nucleus of wide receivers in that group. Let's see. I said Days and Callaway returns. Denard Avery, he was a 5th round pick. He's a linebacker. I wouldn't be surprised to see him as the 4th guy off the bench in a rotational situation between Schobert, Collins and Kirksey. I think he's going to be a legit guy to keep our eye on. That's pretty much all I've got for right now for this video. I'm going to come back after the 7th and kind of recap what we saw with the mini camp and with the rookies and all of that jazz. Just really looking forward to seeing how Baker interacts with Tyrod Taylor and how Drew Stanton interacts with Baker Mayfield and his ability to be taught from these guys that have been in the league quite a while now. Yeah, all right, so until the next video, I'm just going to put it like this. Fuck the rest of the AFC North. Go Brownies, baby. Hoo, 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 hoo.